the gank freely, then it becomes very hard to then bring the tempo back.
All right, we're going to be looking for a lot of pre-6 action here from Top Esports then, but the world champions looking to reinstate their place at the top of the LPL, and taking down the currently undefeated Top Esports would be one way to do it.
Cheeky level 1 here from Invictus Gaming, but was fully spotted out by Top. In Duke we trust.
And don't we always? The good luck charm there for Invictus Gaming. Going to be relying on him a little bit in this one too. Need all the help you can get if you're Invictus Gaming after that game number 1. How are you feeling about the Colonel's predictions here in the early game, Clement?
I don't think the Colonel is actually correct. So the only thing the Colonel actually takes into consideration is individual champion win rates as game goes on. So it doesn't actually, it's not like a human planning out like, oh, this composition works in this way, that composition works in that way. It does not consider how a composition works at all. So I actually do not agree that Top Esports has a more favorable composition when it goes late.
Well, we're going to have a pause very early on, and it's going to be another exciting one, Clement. Hopefully we don't get to VG Gaming lengths, but you know what, if we do, it's going to be fine, because these are two of our most storied teams here in the LPL, and I think let's start talking about these compositions, right? Because we have very different goals. You have a stronger top and team fighting top side and team fighting from Invictus Gaming, but on the other side you have TS who are looking to make those picks, make those ganks pre-6. How do you envision this game developing as time goes on? Like, where does each team try and take their advantages?
I would say that what Ning should try to do is, after he finishes bot side clear, try to go into the top side of Top Esports. Sejuani is one of those champions that actually has a very favorable 1v1 matchup against Gragas early, so you can really shove your advantage there. If you establish vision on the top side, make sure that Xiongxiong cannot stay on that side of the map, then you can bully out the Vladimir. The Vladimir is very easy to actually zone out. You can force him to sit behind a wave and just take EXP, but not really farm up that well. It's very easy to set that play up, and very difficult for Gragas to actually prevent that. Now, I really like the topside gank, that the topside invade that Invictus Gaming do, because the most common and the best start for Gragases who take Predator is usually want to clear your entire red side. You do red into Krugs and into Raptors, and that gives you level 3, and you can back and then get your Predator boots. So doing that level 1 invade actually messes up Gragas's gank patterns quite a lot. If you take the bottom side where it's blue, Krugs, and Wolves, you actually don't have enough EXP to hit level 3. So it's very different starting from the red or the blue. That's a key difference right there. So I really like what they're doing. Essentially, what they're doing is they're trying to force the play where, okay, you have to start on your bot side because top side is warded, you might give away your pathing, and then we're going to go onto the top side with Camille, who should have an early lead in lane, and just try to push you out of that side of the map. I think that's the game plan for Invictus Gaming going forward, and it really is a relief to see IG start trying some of these level 1 strategies. Typically, we haven't seen them do that much of it.
Forge going to be getting traded on too in the early game here by Knight. How do you expect this mid lane matchup to go? Because given last game, Knight actually was put under a little bit of pressure there in the Aurelia versus Vladimir matchup.
Well, it should be good for Knight until a gank comes in. That's basically how it should go. Now, very important to note about Xiongxiong's starting path. He actually called the bluff. He started in his red side regardless, but didn't take the Raptors. So keeping himself out of IG vision, this is very interesting. He's actually dodging the vision. I think he must have spotted out the warding spots during the level 1 invade.
Well, they did have the ward to spot out the invade at the very least, so maybe they saw that no ward was placed in the area of the Raptor pit, because that's where the ward was placed for TES. So the wards had to be somewhere out of there. So now he figured out that's where he wants to path. But regardless, He is going to pick himself up the boots, look for that Predator gank potentially early. He could go towards the bottom side, but meanwhile on the top side, a lot of damage going down onto 369. He's getting mighty low. Crimson Rush going to come up for him, but it barely helps him at that point. The level up will do a whole lot more for him instead. And the Doran shield paying dividends already, but Ning looking for a top lane gank.
Yep. Already with the scanner just to make sure that Xiongxiong's not going to be there to intercept. And I have to say, that was really ballsy from 369, the way he walked forward to dodge out of the tactical swipe. Oftentimes necessary, but takes a lot of courage.
Here comes XX. He finds the body slam with the flash, and JakeyLove should be going down here at this level 2 gank. LokeN picking that one up for first blood.
Yeah, great location for it. 369, I hope he still holds on to his pull because he's going to need it soon.
Yep, he has the pull there, looks for the E, Tides of Blood is going to land, flashes away, needs the Crimson Rush, but not going to be able to find it as TheShy picks up a kill onto 369.
Yeah, smart idea from TheShy, holds on to it before he even draws tower aggro, so essentially they got his pull for free.
Teleport coming into the top side from 369, he's just going to return to lane there as best he can. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, they're still going to be celebrating that victory in the early game. But this is our POV stream for this. It's going to be night. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go home and actually just watch this.
Of course, you can find those on Huya or Douyu. This is going to be one of the best streams because Knight is currently our best performing mid laner. 369 having a little bit of trouble on the top side still, but at the very least, it seems like if he's able to dodge out the hookshot wall dive, he will get the better end of these trades. So if he's able to keep that up consistently against TheShy, he's going to be having a fine laning phase at the very least.
Yeah, it's actually coming out quite favorable. I really liked how fast he was on the Q, getting it before TheShy could get his adaptive shields up. That's a crucial part of the trades. A lot of times with Camille, you really need to get your damage in before she's able to auto-attack.
Baolan's going to spot out XX here. Has to back off at this point. XX going to just jump over the wall with the body slam. Baolan's going to be able to clear that ward out towards the Raptor pit. 369 still struggling in the top lane, but he's keeping himself sustained up at the very least. He's down a wave of CS, but the fact that he's still alive, I think, is something that he's at least a little bit happy about. Oh, he's in trouble now. Not going to have to pop the pool at the very least. But this is so problematic for him. He's having to use every single Crimson Rush to just keep himself healthy. Not going to be able to find Harass. Now, gank coming into the bottom side from Ning. LokeN looking for the kill onto JakeyLove. He's getting free autos off. If they can get this in time, there's the Q. It's flashed away. Forge comes down for a roam himself. And now, looks like Ben and LokeN both going to die. Flash not burned from LokeN, but Ben has no summoners left to save himself with. Has the shield, but one more auto will do it. JakeyLove going to pick that one up. Meanwhile, on the top side, TheShy finally getting punished for all that pressure he put down onto 369. They're going to pick that one up. Meanwhile, Forge comes back into the mid lane. The fights never stop, Clement. The Knight going to pop the Conqueror, going to get a little bit of extra damage there, a little bit of healing, punishing Forge as he comes back into lane.
This is just what top level jungling does. Like anytime you have an advantage, numbers advantage on the map, instantly go for the kill. And Knight still has his flash, but he's going to have to get out of this one.
Knight able to dodge out the Abscond. Should be safe for now, but there's the ultimate stolen away from Forge. If he finds the Shock Blast, it's going to be death, certainly for Knight. XX is here. He needs to save his mid laner, but he's not going to be able to as Forge picks up the kill. And Invictus Gaming in the early game, 4-2 kill lead.
Too late to the lead, and this is massive for IG. I don't think the kill in the top side actually changes how the matchup works itself. You can see it's still a very strong CS lead for TheShy. So overall, I have to say Ning's plays here really do cancel out and even gain IG a sizable advantage.
Now Invictus Gaming going to be backing that Seeker's Arm Guard for Forge has paid dividends at this point, but TES still have a little bit of a lead in the bottom side of the map. Of course, the pickaxe is going to do a whole lot for him. The additional longsword going to help out now. TES already starting to take down the turret platings. This is, at the very least, a decent early game from them, but nowhere near the absolute stomp it was in game number 1.
I love the cheeky fairy charm. It's just so, it's so good to do that. Definitely worth your time. Recently, the Sivir was nerfed where her W is going to take a little bit more mana. I think you're going to be seeing the fairy charm a lot more in these matchups.
We've been seeing, or at least we saw it a lot in the mid lane initially, but it's good to see that it's making its way down to the bottom lane. Of course, it does make it down there occasionally for the Kaisa herself.
Oh, SMLZ does it all the time.
SMLZ also builds Muramana Kog'Maw without crit, so we're gonna maybe step back on saying SMLZ does it as a positive at this point.
Well, if you try a lot, you do event a lot of things. Like, you do get that attached to your name.
Eventually, something you come up with turns out good. 369 takes almost all of his health in that trade. Has to use the Crimson Rush to heal up, and he is down 22 CS at the 8-minute mark. This is such a terrible top lane for the rookie top laner. He is having one hell of a time. And this is so different from last game, too, because that was a winning matchup for him that he was losing, which is fair into the best top laner in the world. But when it's already a good matchup for the Camille, that's scary.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they picked Vladimir before they picked Sivir. That was a bit of a question mark for me. Like, are you afraid of IG taking Vladimir? I don't really think so. With the composition you're going, you're doing a full bench press where you're trying to win everywhere early. So I found that a little bit questionable from Top Esports draft to take up the Vladimir before they took the Sivir. Now, this is fully spotted by Top Esports, so they should be fine in this one.
Pings are going out onto it, which means they definitely know this is happening. The question is what XX is going to do about it, because it looks like for the time being, he's just not going to contest it. They're going to leave 369 up in the top lane. And what is he going to do with the time instead? Because I feel like leaving your top laner out to dry, Clement, not exactly what you want to be doing as a jungler.
No, definitely not a good idea. I'm quite questioning this myself, but this is a scenario we were talking about where you'll see this happen a lot of times in this matchup. If the Camille gets a zone going, there's nothing the Vladimir can actually do.
Knight going to try and win this trade,
It's
getting a lot of damage.
though.
But Forge, the minions, like you said, on top of it, Forge steals away the J-Salt, gets the kill. Ignite not going to be enough. Hemo Plague plus the Crimson Rush should keep 369 alive for the time being. Under the tower, though, he is not safe. Hookshot, wall dive, it's coming out. Lands the ultimate. Hextech Ultimatum is the last thing that 369 is going to see. Doesn't even have the teleport back up yet.
A very weird trade coming in from Knight. He was tanking 5 minions there, I believe, just to get the trade back onto Forge. And even though Forge missed the Aftershock, that would have been enough to find the kills anyway. So Top Esports are really collapsing under the pressure that they've been put under.
At this point, if you're Top Esports, how do you recover? Because your solo lanes are both down in what you really wanted to be strong matchups. Your one lane, your top lane specifically, is down almost 40 CS at just the 10-minute mark.
This is always a tough situation where it's very hard to gank for this lane at this point. He's just too far behind. So I like the answer that they're showing on screen. Is actually Top Esports just proactively doing the lane swap. Sure, they might lose out some CS on this, but it's something they have to do. They can't put 369 in this position. Vladimir, that has no items, is a very poor fellow.
Yeah, just brutal having that replayed. That one's going to haunt 369 in his dreams. If he ever has a nightmare, it's like, oh, God, what was it, 369? Oh, I just remember the IG camps. It was so awful.
They just kept Camp Shy.
They just kept sending that boar up. It was so cold. It was so cold, Knight.
But Knight's like, you know what? My screen is black and white as well. Stop complaining.
I'm 0-2. You at least have a kill. Stop complaining. And Rift Herald going to be picked up there by Top Esports, so they're at least going to find a little bit for their troubles. Going to try and push this one in, try and get some turret platings here. Turn the advantage here for Top Esports. Get LokeN a little bit more gold. Obscon Duck going to land on the Knight again. He is having so much trouble in this lane.
Yeah, he didn't really push his lead enough, and just 2 kills happening in the mid. As a Jace, you're not really expected to do much after this one. I feel like the time frame for IG is far better. They have such great initiation on Top Esports now, and Top Esports doesn't have a tank. No one can soak up or take shots from IG. They have to outposition this.
Knight went way too far again. The flash in from Ning. He doesn't even throw the ultimate just yet. The great flash there coming out from Knight. Going to save him. The pause comes out once again, Clement.
Unfortunate for him, and you can see Knight being forced to go into an early Hex Drinker just to prevent the burst damage coming in. Top Esports currently do have they should be getting the first tower in the top side with the Rift Herald and 3 people there. The jungler is helping them push as well, Xiong. So it's essentially a 4-for-1 in the top and a 1-for-1 in the bottom side. Top Esports should get that first tower gold.
So looking at the position that IG have been able to establish themselves in, where do they push their lead next? What do they look for? They didn't pick up the Herald. They didn't pick up the Drake for themselves.
Oh, they don't need to do anything. They just hold the waves. That's all.
That's all?
Yeah, because Top Esports can't even walk up to towers at this point. If they walk up, there's a Sejuani and Camille waiting for them. So I would say just do good vision around the wave control that you're trying to farm up at, and just hold and scale for a while.
Well, that's really unfortunate for Top Esports
I know,
at this
Top
point.
Esports has to make some super duper ridiculous risky play to get anything going.
What is the least
They can have
risky?
the tower. They can have the tower down, but they're not going to be able to walk past River that much unless IG shows. So I think most of the time, what you want to do as Ning, you just farm up and just tell the lanes to hold the waves.
What is the least risky play here for Top Esports to make that could find themselves back in the game? Because right now, they don't have a whole lot going for them. They don't have a winning lane anywhere. The closest, I think the closest you can consider to be a winning lane would be the bottom lane. But even they're not doing all that great.
Yeah, what you want to do is pray to RNG Jesus, hope for an Infernal Drake, get there first, and then hit someone with the light binding. There. That's a 3-step process.
The
4th step is profit.
If
you can make it happen.
Sounds like you need to add a few question marks in there as to why Invictus Gaming would take such a fight. But
well, they would want to take it because they have a better team fighting comp. You just need to pick them.
That's even worse, Clement.
I know, it's risky as hell.
Top Esports really only have one way back into the game then, and that's looking for a pick. But at this point, they seem, I wouldn't say mentally shaken, but I would say they seem to be playing from the back foot for the entirety of this game so far, ever since the level 1.
They've been here before, and the biggest question mark for Top Esports compared to FBX is their team fighting ability. This is a team that rarely ever does the 5v5, so we haven't seen a propensity to really take high-level team fights. I think it's a great test for them, though. They can do picks, they can do skirmishes. Can you fight a 5v5 if you're forced to make it happen? I don't really see what your comp is going to do. Like, your top lane is 40 CS behind. Your mid laner essentially has died 3 times now.
Is it possible, and I hate asking this, Clement, because I am 90% sure the answer is no. If Top Esports stall out somehow to the point where everyone's on roughly even footing again, do they even have a chance to bring this game back?
Oh, well, if you're the Colonel, you believe in Vladimir, and you give Top Esports a 77% chance to win his late game. I don't see how the Colonel does his math, but that's what he got.
Not quite that confident myself there, Clement, so I'm gonna have to lie with you on that one. And LokeN going to be able to pick up this solo tower on the top side. It will be the first one, as you said. But TheShy going to come in, and this should just be a dead AD carry, so they won't even get the first tower here. LokeN tries to get out, but TheShy gets the solo kill onto him. And now Ning diving in with 369, taking him out. Tower shot, going to be enough, finally taking him down. But JakeyLove in the bottom lane might be able to pick up this tower before anyone from Top Esports can respond.
Top Esports gets greedy. They rotate before they even take the tower, and that was a cool move by TheShy. He actually goes in and gets his shield before doing his ultimate, just to make sure that he's not going to get instantly burst out by someone hiding behind him. But that was such a great hero call from TheShy.
Top Esports, they're looking for the kill. Maybe able to find it onto TheShy. They get the knockback, but don't find a barrel. Don't find a follow-up binding. Now LokeN coming in. They want to get the damage down onto TheShy. They want to find him. They have the scanner onto him. They know he's got the hookshot wall dive. Going to get out of there. Shut down onto TheShy. Here comes Knight. Not going to be able to find anything with that. But 4 men finally take down 2 from Invictus Gaming.
I got to say, that one is on Knight. Okay, Xiong set it up for you perfectly. Perfect kill steal opportunity for the Knight. He wanted him to get that, but Jace didn't hit the mark.
Unfortunate coming in.
Unfortunate, but this is how TES could get back into the map. If you think about their pick potential, they actually have quite a lot of it. With Sivir on the hunt, just chasing down in these side lanes, they can deal with the 1-3-1 effectively if IG are not careful.
Now, Top Esports going to be trying to recover what they can. They were able to pick up those kills in the top lane, of course, so that gives them a little bit. A lot of gold going over to LokeN, but let's see how he got that.
Yeah, that was a really good double teleport. It's so common for teams to not factor in the TP coming in from the ADC. Ultimate blown earlier just to get the chase down. And a little bit unfortunate for Jace, doesn't find the kill.
JakeyLove just going to be farming up solo in the bottom lane. He has his Q evolve already with the Doran's Blade, the pickaxe, and the Manamune. So they can fight if they want to, but they don't really need to, Clement, as you mentioned earlier. So Top Esports really need to be the ones making the proactive plays here, trying to fight around a dragon. But I don't think the Cloud Drake is necessarily the one they want to be contesting over.
Nope. So Top Esports, no vision there. They're going to have to give this one up. And I like what IG are doing. They're saying, you know what, as long as I have this wave shoved up, I don't even need to go towards River. It's fine. I can just scale. It's basically a dare at this point where IG are saying, you know what, I don't think you're going to come in either.
Invictus Gaming sitting on almost a 3K lead at this point. Just 14 minutes into the game. Of course, TheShy not quite at his Trinity Force just yet, but he is so powerful. And look at Forge as well. The brand new rookie mid laner coming up from the LDL 3-0-0 right now against Top Esports. Against Knight of all people, who was definitely, at least recently, been the strongest mid laner in the LPL. This is ridiculously good performance coming out here from Forge.
IG have a ton of talented players on their LDL team. People don't realize this, but Invictus Gaming, they had the number 4 LDL team out of 25 teams. So this is a very deep organization that they're going up against, and I'm not surprised that they're going to be able to find young rookies like this time and time again. Have them heed the call when it's absolutely needed. Now, to be fair, Forge didn't actually have the best of debut settings. They only contributed 12% of the team's damage. So it's great to see him getting this confidence booster, and I want to see him flourish on more of these bruiser picks. He's been purely bruiser so far.
Seems to be working out for him very well on the Silas as well with the Aftershock. So in the bottom lane, we see TheShy split pushing against 369, and he's still down. This time, he is down 60 CS. I would not be surprised if by the end of this game, if it goes to 50 minutes, if he's down 369 CS.
All 3 deaths have been underneath tower, and those are the worst deaths you can possibly have. It means that you're missing minion waves, you're getting zoned out of EXP, and he's just not going to be effective for a very, very long time. Forge is going to be able to sold him down easily. He can't even stay.
Yep, 369 going to back off to his minion waves, try and get what little pittance of farm he can. He doesn't even have his proto belt just yet. Forge is almost sitting on the proto belt plus the Zonias at this point. Even Knight has barely been itemizing. Look at him. He's just got a maw. And it looks like he's building the Black Cleaver yet, so not even going to go lethality.
Yeah, frontline 2 take 2 Aftershocks. Probably not going to do much with lethality, so I actually really like that build choice. But it is unfortunate to see Jace in this position. Usually you do want to have enough damage to actually take out opponents just with the poke potential. So Top Esports finding themselves in a really hard position, and I love the way IG are playing this. If you look at their compositions, they're never grouped up. They're never giving IG are never giving Top Esports the chance to just fully wipe them on one side of the map. They're staying as spread as possible, and they're just waiting.
This is the thing that I both love and hate about Invictus Gaming. They can have one of the worst games of their lives look like absolute garbage. Game number 1. I wouldn't go that far. They can look terrible in game number 1. They can look like they got completely outclassed. And then in game number 2, they come back and explosively just rip the game apart from minute 1 and bring it in their favor. I mean, Top Esports have never had a leg to stand on this game. And game number 1, Invictus Gaming was in the same position.
And I have to say, Top Esports brought this upon themselves. Just why not give 369 the last pick? I really don't understand the logic behind for last picking the ADC in this situation. The enemy has already picked Kai'Sa, and they've already finished all their bans. What are they going to do? Unless they have something else they had in mind as an AD carry that would that they felt would be better in this situation.
369 going to go into the pool. He has the Crimson Rush at this point. Hemoplague has gone down, but can he survive until it goes off? No, he cannot. 369 gets taken down under the tower. XX coming in, trying to look for TheShy.
The hook shot.
He's going to be able to land it. Hookshot wall dive, not going to land. TheShy going to be safe thanks to the teleport coming in from Forge to zone off. And Top Esports find nothing.
It just doesn't matter at this point. They're too tanky of a front line. Everyone has priority on their lanes, and look at this. It's a 4v4, and they still lose their mid tower.
When the Jace is running away from the Kai'Sa at 18 minutes into the game,
they're the same level.
You know things have gone very, very wrong. Invictus Gaming taking charge in this early game, making up for their last game. They really want to get back into shape for Rift Rivals, and last series when they went up against EDG, we thought, you know, they're starting to come back into it, especially that third game, and it looks like they're back in that shape in this game number 2.
369 has seen nothing but tower dives this game. This is the 4th time that he's died underneath tower, and I believe like the 6th time he's been tower dove.
I don't even think he's playing the tower dives particularly poorly. That's the most frustrating thing about this for me. It's just like, what can you do? You're a Vladimir who is down 83 CS. TheShy is up more CS than 369 has.
I don't think I've seen anyone in the LPL not hit 100 CS at 20 minutes.
This may actually be the first legitimate Flame Horizon we have seen.
Pre-20 as well.
Like, it's getting there. It's really close. I just want them to funnel a bunch of farm onto TheShy to make it happen at this point. It's probably not the best way to do things, but honestly, TheShy is doing so well that it might even be worth it. He's 4-2-0. He's got the Trinity Force picked up. He can scrap with the best of them. Has the Tiamat. So he's just going to be focusing on being the split push pressure, and he's going to be able to take 369 out from under the towers.
Just start doing the 4-1 for IG. You can see they already have a 5K lead, so even in a 5v4, I think their 4-man has a lot of legs to stand on. They should be able to disengage quite easily anyway. It's going to take Ben and Xiongxiong to dig them out of this situation. Here comes a potential pick.
They're looking for Ning. They're not going to be able to find a whole lot onto him. Taking a lot of damage onto this tower. Baolan's been zoned out for the time being. Top Esports. There's the ultimate. It lands down onto XX. Teleport coming in from 369. But what can he do? TheShy's here first. He's not going to be able to find the Hextech ultimatum just yet. A good zoning ultimate there from XX, but XX will go down in the back line. 369 looking for a kill, looking for the pick on a JakeyLove. Ignite plus Hemoplague. Will it be enough? TheShy says, I'm out of here. Gets taken down. 369 still alive. TOP might just win this one. Shock Blast not enough. Forge and Ning get out with a sliver of health each, but they're still looking for it. Shock Blast not going to take him down. Invictus Gaming somehow survive, but they lose 2 members.
200 HP on that last one. They actually trade 1-for-1 and get the teleport advantage as well for their top lane. This is actually not terrible for IG. It was very close to becoming disaster, but with those 2 members able to sneak out of the team fight with sub 100 health and probably another kill onto 369, that was perfectly fine.
That's just painful. I feel so bad for 369 right now. But you're right, it is fine, and you look at it now, the CS differential is massive. But let's take a look at this fight one more time. TES almost had it.
Yeah, this is really important. Good sidestep from Knight. If he got hit by that one, I think Top Esports are instantly wiped from the team fight. Very good usage to kite back, and 369 going in was important as well, as he had to zone out JakeyLove from the rest of the team fight, or else they would just die there. So Top Esports had a lot of good fights, a lot of good ideas on how to section off members from the team to get that. But can they stave off the Baron take, though?
Ning, there's no smite in the pit, but it doesn't matter. No one's going to be able to get into it to stop them. TheShy comes in, trying to look for the pick off. They take him down. They take the Baron down. Invictus Gaming, they lose 2, take down the jungler, take down the Baron, and Invictus Gaming still in it, still in the lead, 6K gold at 22 minutes.
Yeah, that was an interesting way to take the Baron. I'm usually not that comfortable with junglers being over the wall just to zone out the other jungler. You don't know what skill shot's going to come in, but they got it to work, so okay.
I mean, if it works, Clement. Results-based analysis.
It works.
But Forge coming in here into the mid lane, the strongest member of the team so far right now. 206 CS, 4-0-0, almost hitting onto that list vein. Okay, he changed his tune real fast. The Colonel feeling 87% in favor of Invictus Gaming.
The Colonel does not understand compositions. I do.
It's going to be our cage match. It's you versus the virtual Colonel.
Yeah, even though I'm getting bludgeoned in the prediction department, I still have my head over the Colonel.
We both are. You and I both, buddy.
I didn't see the rise of LNG and the fall of DMO. That was my fault.
I just didn't see Invictus Gaming taking any series, and then here they are in both the EDG series and this series, coming back into it.
Yeah, Raz got lucky on that one. So I'm not sure about this Top Esports siege.
Teleport coming in. This is why it's bad. The spell shield is great coming in from LokeN, and he has the items for these crits. If they're able to find a good front-to-back team fight, it might be enough. TheShy not able to find the flank. 369 looking for the ultimate over the side. Ben really low. TEX taking down 2 members. Knight and 369 still alive, still pumping out damage, but LokeN, last one surviving in the team fight, and Invictus Gaming get the clean ace.
Yeah, that was 1-for-4, and Top Esports, that was a very questionable fight. I think the reason they went in was because they suspected, or they got the wrong timer. They thought that TheShy used the teleport for the previous one, or there's really no reason to try and force like that one. A very easy backside ward from TheShy, and the entire team is just kind of dead. It was a great reaction from LokeN to spell shield the Glacial Prison incoming from Ning, but even then they couldn't get away from the initiation.
This is really unfortunate for LokeN because he has been farming out incredibly well. He has 3 items already completed, and this Sivir should be doing damage. The problem is he doesn't really have a team around him who's able to support him.
Yeah, and I really like what Forge did right there. I believe he took the Hemo Plague and healed up massively during the backside of that team fight to keep himself in perfect condition, and then he could re-engage with the Abduct as well. So just watching this is super questionable from Top Esports to find themselves in this position. And just looking at the fight, yes, it was the Hemo Plague taken from Forge. He's unkillable at that point. Top Esports, they use all of their damage onto the Silas, not able to get the kill, and you really can't run away from this one. Forge just played this team fight so damn well. Even though he does fall down, just think about how much damage he actually took down. He even goaded Top Esports to stay in that funnel.
Now looking at the items across the board, JakeyLove is not going to be going for the hybrid build. He's not going to be going for any AP. He's just going for damage. He's got the rapid fire cannon. He's got the Muramana, Ginsu's Rage Blade, plus he has the Hex Drinker as well. Maw of Malmortius now upgraded.
This is pretty much the anti-Vladimir build. I'm just going to stay alive for now. We've been seeing 2 builds mainly for the Kai'Sa. It's been like the Storm Razors into the Fire Cannon and just the AP build. AP builds coming from the Muramana. And the main advantage about the Fire Cannon is just it's a lot safer in team fights. You can dodge out of unwanted attention a lot easier, and also the second build you do get the supercharge a little bit faster. Safety versus DPS.
Here comes the On the Hunt. They're trying to get the pick down onto TheShy, but TheShy now has the opportunity for a flank. 369 unable to find a whole lot of damage, gets stunned up, and there's no way TES can continue this fight, but JakeyLove goes real aggressive on the bend. He's able to find that, able to find XX, who goes golden. They're trying to get the assassination onto JakeyLove. They may be able to find him in the back fight. They will, but how much do they lose for it? LokeN and Knight fighting as best they can. TheShy low, goes golden, still alive for the time being, but no, hits the ace, coming out once again. Invictus Gaming may just end the game here.
Insane CC luck onto 369. He doesn't get his Hemo Plague off before he just falls down, and that was incredibly ballsy from JakeyLove to then go into the backline, assassinate the team members, and still finish off the entire team fight. Great play from IG, and that's the team fighting that we wanted, we expected from this squad.
Invictus Gaming bringing it back in game number 2 to tie up the series 1-1.
Main problem for me